Okay, welcome to my new video. Could the UK be a federal country? There's a lot buzz about this and some ideas. So, short answer, yes, of course. Pass appropriate legislation and welcome you to the United Kingdom. There are even a couple of countries that have Westminster model of government, but they also federations like Canada or Australia. Long answer, kinda, but I don't think so. Mainly because the power difference between plan and members is too big, and I don't think so that England would be very keen to give up most of their powers. First, let's see how looks like political system in federal countries. First of all members of federation are equal, got their own governments, parliaments, introducing their own laws. There is big philosophical and ideological difference between federal country and the current British political system. The source of the power are the member countries, not the government. The federal countries delegating some of their powers to the federal government, not the federal government is devolving some of his powers to the member countries, how we've got this now in the UK. It's huge difference when you're thinking how the government works. As a rule of thumb, the parliament in federal countries is bicameral, so like now in UK. But unlike in Britain, upper house got a very important role. In most systems, powers of the Senate, so the upper house, are equal to the lower house. So veto of the upper house is in many cases very hard or impossible even to overrule. In the federal countries, Senate is representative of the member states. Lower house represents people. Senate represents states. As we know, members are equal, so in most system, number of representatives of each countries or states, how we call it, are equal. So in US or in Australia. Sometimes when the difference of power, like in UK, between members are too big, number of representatives might be vary, like in Germany or in Canada. But difference is not too big, or let's explain this another way. It's impossible to one member of the federation to dominate other members. For now, we'll not be talking about how much power got the federal government, how much retain member states. First, we talk about structure and how the Senate works, and how the powers is distributed between all members. By shaping the Senate will be shaping the federation itself. So we might consider three options. First, we call it classical. Second one, I call it Churchill option, and the last one is the Canada option. In classical style, all members got equal number of senators. So in UK it will be, let's say, 10. So each of the states got 10 senators. 10 for England, 10 for Wales, 10 for Scotland, 10 for Northern Ireland. So as you can see, Westminster's initiatives would be very easily blocked by the coalition of Celtic states like Wales, of Scotland. Don't forget about Northern Ireland. So I don't think so that London would be very keen to adopt such system. Second option is the Churchill style. Churchill, because first he got such idea in the 1910s, but later he abandoned it. So how it should look like? Three classical members of the Union are not changed, so Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland, but in place of England in the Union, we've got 9 regions of England. If we keep the similar proportions, so the England got 90 senators and 30 for the rest of the members. So we've got 120 senators in this option. So it's huge advantage for the English regions and for the England. But besides, I think that Scotland and Wales would not be very keen to introduce this system because it's simply disadvantageous for them. But also I don't think that the Westminster would be very happy introducing this. Why? Because all members of the federations are equal. So 9 regions of the federation, 9 regions of the England would have some rights like Scotland, Wales and Ireland. So this means 9 parliaments, 9 local governments, and the huge transfer of powers downwards to the region from the London. So no, I don't think that any English government would lightly decide for such option. So the last is the Canada style or Germany style. The representation of the members is not equal. The bigger members of the federation got slightly more senators than the smaller ones, but the difference is not huge. For example, in Germany, a small land got 4 senators, big 6, so the difference is not very huge. In Canada is much bigger. Ontario got 24 senators, and for example, British Columbia only 6, but there is much more of the states in Canada, so Ontario or Quebec could not dominate. So how this should work? in this example, we're keeping 10 senators for Scotland, Wales and Ireland, and I think we should give England between 20 and 25. So not to allow England to dominate the Union, and also make the veto of the other members less easy. We've got two ways to do. Let's keep 10 senators for England, and we've got 10 senators for London. As you can remember, after some devolution, London got its own local government, but I don't think that Westminster would be very keen to give such power to London. So the other options is give regions 2 or 3 senators. I was thinking about 2, so we've got 18 senators for the all regions, and we might give, I think, 1 to other territories. 1 for Gibraltar, 1 for Channel Islands, and 1 for other overseas territories. They're more or less part of the Union, so they might be represented somehow. I think such option might work, but nevertheless it's we must remember that even in this option, the England got his own parliament and his own government. Current parliament in Westminster and Downing Street 10 would be the federal government and federal parliament. So again, Westminster must share his powers not only with Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland, but also with England. So I think this might be a bit controversial for the current politicians, not only Tory, but also for some Labour too. And we're not even started with the method of choice of the senators, division of powers between federal government and member states. I think this would be great topics for the another videos. So I think almost 14 minutes. So I think it's enough for now, and stay safe, and I hope we'll see you again soon. Bye bye.